Hello, I'm Laura, and welcome to Move Well. This set of chair exercises is designed to increase your flexibility, your functional strength, balance, coordination, and range of motion, all at once and all while you're having fun. Before you do, please, before you exercise, check with a doctor. Make sure it's okay for you to do so. And if at any time when we're working out together and you feel pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, uneasy in any way, please stop. Take a breath, take a break, and start when you're ready. All right, are you ready to get going? Let's go. I have a chair here. You'll notice it doesn't have wheels, and it has 2 armrests. This is ideal. Nice, steady, sturdy chair that I can sit down in, hold onto the armrest, stand up, and sit down. Most of our exercises will be seated today. Scoot yourself up to the edge, feet flat on the floor, and you'll notice I am at the edge of the seat. I've got some space between me and the back of the chair. That's so that I'm using my postural muscles to hold myself up, okay? Critical muscles to maintain our balance and stability while we walk, as we transfer, as we stand up, all sorts of things. All right, hands on your knees. Pull your shoulders up, and just let them fall down. Again, take a big breath in, pull your shoulders up to your ears. Let them go. And this time they're gonna come up, roll back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and let them slide down your back. Roll them up, back, and down. Let's do 2 more of those. Up, roll those shoulders back, down, just waking up the body. Up, back, and down. All right, let's break it up. Let's do 1 shoulder at a time now. And down. Roll up, pull back, and down. You'll feel your elbow wanting to get into the act. Back, and down. And up, back, and down. Notice my eyes are following my elbows, connecting my mind and my body. So important for us to be aware of where we are and how our body's moving and feeling throughout the day. Up, back, and down. That feels so good. Waking up the shoulders, getting them moving again. We're gonna work on our flexibility in our hips a little bit. I'm starting to rock side to side. This is hard for some people. It's okay if it's hard for you. Think about just pressing all of your weight through one hip bone while you're sitting up as tall as you can. And then come back through the center. Shift your weight over through the other hip. See how tall you can be on this side. Play with it a little bit. Rock back side to side. I call this rock and roll. We use it as an active rest in between exercises to let our heart rate come back down. You'll notice it really uses the muscles in your sides, your obliques, your lower back muscles. Sneaky exercise, actually. Nice and tall. And here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's find the center. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor, hands on your knees. You hear this from physical therapists a lot. In preparation to stand up, we lean forward and we say nose over toes. It just helps us get forward and shift our weight forward onto our feet. You'll notice that when you're forward, there's more weight through your feet than your bottom. When you sit up tall and look down at your belly button, lean back, you feel more weight in your bottom than your feet. Your feet get light. Sit up tall again. Lean forward, nose over toes. And sit up and lean back. Look down. Form a C with your spine. Sit up Lean forward, nose over toes, and up. Look down and round your back. It feels so good, kind of waking up the spine. One more time. And back. There we go. All right. Next, let's take our feet even out wider. Yeah. And as we reach forward and back, now we're going to go. All right. And let's split it up now. Let's do one at a time. Reach. All right. And let's split it up. Let's reach and pull, and reach, and pull, and reach, and pull. Opposites, reach, pull back. Open your hand, and then squeeze, reach, and pull. It's like swimming. Reach, and pull, reach, and pull, and reach, and pull. Very, very good. And let's go overhead. Reach and pull down. Reach up and pull. Feel that stretch in your side and pull. Reach. And reach up as high as you can. If it's only in front of you, that's okay. Reach and pull. Do what you can. Pull. Reach other side. Reach. Pull down. Reach up. Pull down. Reach up. Pull down. Reach up, pull down, and reach and pull, and reach and pull, reach and reach. In front, here we go. Reach, reach, yeah, across the body, across, there we go. Reach, reach. Reach, there we go. And let's tap the other foot out. Opposite foot. Oh, opposite. Arm and leg. Reach. You can reach overhead if you want. You can go up, overhead, or you can keep it easy. This keeps your heart rate down a little lower. The lower your hands, the lower the heart rate. And 3, and 2, and 1. All right, rock and roll. Let the heart rate come back down a little bit. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, let's start our bicep curls. Pull up and back. Squeeze, release. You'll notice I'm squeezing my fists in towards my chest, and then I twist to push back. Reach. That's a little bit more, just a little bit of extra forearm rotation. That's supination, pronation. That tends to get stiff, again, as we age. Yeah, I'm also rocking a little bit. Yeah, you notice that. Yeah, just working on that hip flexibility, that lower back flexibility. Let's go one at a time. Yeah, good. Finger coordination. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Yeah. Here we go. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now, sit up a little bit towards the edge. Hands are going to be by your sides. All right, thumbs pointing up, palms are facing you. You're gonna lift them up as high as you can, shoulder height. Ooh, and down. Those big long levers reaching out, strengthening those spinal stabilizers. Yeah. And down, last one. Reach up and down. We're gonna add on. We're gonna go up, we're gonna go out, in, and down. And out, out, in, and down. Head up, out, in, and down. Last one, and out, and in, and down. Good. All right. One really, really fabulous exercise I've got here is for your postural extensors, okay? Now, truth. This is an exercise that most of us use in therapy for external rotation of the shoulder. If you've ever had a shoulder rotator cuff problem, you've done this exercise. You've held a TheraBand between your hands and you squeezed out while your elbows are squeezing in. This is exactly what we're doing here. No TheraBand. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades back instead. Still keep your elbows squeezed into your sides like they're super glued to your sides, and just come out as far as you can. Squeeze your shoulders back. You'll notice instantly you feel like you're sitting up straighter. You can't help but squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. I love this exercise. Instant posture corrector. Yes. Just two more. Squeeze, release. Last one. Squeeze out there and let them go. All right. Ooh, a little bit tired back there. So we just kind of round our back, look down, stretch those muscles, and then look up to the sky. Roll your shoulders back, and we're ready to go. Okay, still at the edge. I got my feet a little bit closer, you see. And what we'll do now is we'll start stepping out, and in, and out, and in, out, and in. There we go. Yep. Add the hands. Reach out. Yep. And out. Same arm, same leg. And in. Out. Yep. There you go. 4 more like this. Here's 4. And 3. And 2. Jumping jacks. Ready? All 4 out and in. And out and in. You can reach up or down. Remember, the height of your hands is the height of your heart rate. Reach up or down. Here's 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. I bet you never thought you'd do jumping jacks again. All right. I know most of us left those behind in elementary school phys ed. All right. Another exercise here. It's time for the abdominals. I'll let you lean back in your chair a little bit. All right. Leaning back, you're going to reach forward and then pull back. And reach back, reach forward as you lean back with your feet up and pull. Reach forward and pull. This is like swinging on the swings. And pull. Lean back, reach forward and pull as you lean back. Lean forward. Let's see. Reach forward as you lean back. Lean forward as you pull back. Lean forward as you pull back. Reach forward as you lean back. Lean forward as you pull back. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. You feel your stomach working here to pull you forward. Pull forward. Yeah. And pull. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Awesome job. Those are tough. Rock and roll. So that our heart rates come back down. 4, 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. All right. Okay. Now, this is the part of the show where we practice standing up. All right. Now, I want to make sure that if you don't feel comfortable doing this and getting up on your feet by yourself, you're just practicing, okay? You're practicing getting yourself into the right position, maybe getting a little bit of lift off that chair, okay? But please do so safely. All right. First things first, to stand up safely, we have to scoot to the edge of our seat. Some of us scoot all the way forward at one big movement. Some of us go cheek to cheek and we scoot up a little bit at a time. Any way you can, get back up to the edge of your seat. The next thing is to have your feet wide apart. How wide? About hip distance, okay? Too wide will be you don't have enough leverage. Too narrow, you tend to not have enough stability to stand up. About hip distance apart. The next thing is to move your feet back. You want your heels back. And quite frankly, it feels a little bit like sometimes it feels like they're too far back. But what you want to do is you want to have your weight back far enough so when you lean forward, you're rocking forward onto your feet. Okay? Hands on your armrests, because that's going to give you some extra oomph. That's what they're for. All right? And then we're going to lean forward, nose over toes. You feel that your weight's shifting from your bottom to your feet. Nose over toes. Press through your feet. You can feel your bottom lift off. That's what we're going to work on. Lift up. You don't have to, well, give it a try. And if you feel safe, you can come up to a stand. All right? Practice that throughout the day. Scoot forward, feet apart, feet back, hands on your armrest. Lean forward, nose over toes, press through your feet, and lift up. Here we go. All right. Now we've done that, we can scoot all the way back in our chair. No leaning back, you don't want to be lazy. Sit up nice and tall, but have you sit back as far as you can so that your thighs are supported by the chair. Okay? And then we're going to lift one foot up. Show me the diamonds on the soles of your shoes. Straighten that knee out and come back down. And up and down. Lift and lower. Up and down. Toes are pulling up towards your nose every single time. Yeah. Use it for some ankle flexibility as well. 4. Yeah, we're working our quadriceps, right? There we go. Working our quadriceps. And if you're pulling your toes towards your nose, you're giving yourself a little bit of a hamstring flexibility stretch there. 4 and 3. 2 more. Let's alternate the arms. Yeah. Other opposite arm and leg. Reach. Yeah. Now notice, I'm not leaning forward. I'm sitting up nice and tall, just my hands reaching forward. Reach. Reach. But this opposite movement really strengthens our oblique muscles, which helps our posture. Pull that belly in and reach. Reach. Lift that foot and reach that hand. Good. Here's 4. 3 more. 2 more. Can we do both together? Reach and pull. We just did this one. Let's do it again. We're not really leaning back and forth too much. This is a good exercise. Sitting up tall, and pull, last one. Hands overhead, up, and pull, and reach, and pull, reach, reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just the legs. Put them up there, both of them up there, hold. Squeeze those quadriceps, squeeze those thighs. Pull the toes towards the nose. And that one down, keep one up there, working hard. Take a big breath in. And let it down. Raise up the other foot. Toes towards your nose, big stretch in the back. Working hard up here on top. Big breath in. And let it go. Good. Did great. All right. Let's work on a little flexibility to close out our class today. All right. You're going to lean back. Finally, you get to lean back in the chair and take it easy, right? Foot flat on the floor. Pull the other knee in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. If that feels kind of tight on your knee, you can always hold on underneath. And while you're here, let's roll the ankle around. Draw the biggest circles that you can with your toes. The biggest circles that you can. Nice and slow. The speed doesn't matter. It's how big you can get that circle. How wide can you draw it? Reverse the circle. Go the other way. Notice if you feel a little bit wonky, a little bit cranky. And down. Good. Put that foot down. Pull the other knee in. Give yourself a hug. Roll the ankle around. And then reverse your circle. Big squeeze and release. Sit back up. I'm going to put one foot across the other knee. And this looks different for everybody, okay? What you're doing is you're trying to make a little triangle with your leg in some way. Your knee might be up here. You might be able to get it flat. The idea is just to get a little stretch in the hip here in the external rotators. Usually to do that, you sit up tall and you lean forward. Just a little bit goes a long way. You're stretching the internal muscles, the rotator muscles of your hip. And hip flexibility is really, really crucial to low back flexibility. Everything's connected back there by this big sheet of fascia, of connective tissue. And when one area gets tight, it pulls on all the rest. There we go. Take a big breath in and release. Remember, if you'd like to spend any more time on one of the exercises or in any of the stretches, the shapes that we're doing here at the end, you can pause the video. Take your time moving through the exercises. Sit up nice and tall and lean forward if you need to. And again, your legs might not look like mine. That's okay. You know your body best, so choose a shape that works for you. Again, take a big, long, slow breath in and let it go. Let's stretch out that foot. Nice straight leg, straight knee, heel down, toes up. We're going to get a hamstring stretch here by sitting up and leaning forward. And this time, support ourselves on that bent knee. Lean on closer. Some people like to reach for the toes here. But if you're leaning forward And you're extending yourself out of your hips, leaning forward as far as you can, kind of the nose over toes idea again. You're gonna get a good hamstring stretch in the back of the leg. Sometimes reaching for the toes, just if that's what you want to do, that's good with me. It's what feels best in your body. You've probably been exercising for a few years, so you've got your routine, you've got your favorites, and you want to stick to those. They're your favorites for a reason. They're good for your body. You sit back up, pull that foot in, other leg extends out, knees straight, heel down, toes up, pulled up towards you. Again, sit up as tall as you can. Lean forward and feel that nice juicy stretch behind your leg. Here we go. Again, reaching for the toes, always an option. Long breath in and roll up as you let it go. Great. Move back up to a nice tall shape. Hands on your knees. And this time feet a little bit wider. Make sure you don't fall off the edge. I'm going to scooting back in my seat a little bit. This time I'm going to come down in what I call the huddle shape, the huddle position. Your elbows are on your thighs. Okay, this is a nice low back stretch. And what we want to do here is just drop the head down. Let the back of the neck be really long. And here again, you can reach for the toes if you like, but there's really no need. I'm taking 1, 2, 4, 5 minutes in this shape will help the lower back really soften, releasing that tension that builds up throughout the day. And take a long, slow breath together. And let it go as you roll up. You're a little dizzy. Take an extra breath. One of the reasons why when I go down, I only stop at my elbows here at my lap is to not get dizzy, is to minimize the risk of getting dizzy. Anytime our head goes below our hearts, it increases the risk for our blood pressure to go wah wah. Okay. Come on back up. All right, let's finish out. And let's reach up. Let's put our hand on our head and just stretch to the side. Look up at that elbow. Feel that big juicy stretch right here between your hips and your ribs. Take a long breath in. And a slow breath out. Another hand on the other side of your head and lean over the other direction. Again, a couple long, slow breaths. And come down. All right, all the way over, up and over, and back, and reach over. Yeah. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. And back. Meet me in the center, in the middle. All right. Palms facing me. Sitting up tall. Bring those hands up overhead. Big breath in. Let your fingertips touch. Bring them down to your heart. It's been so great exercising with you today. Take a big breath in. Pull a little bit more light and love down to your heart. And then the last breath in, scoop up so much light and love that you're overflowing for your week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again here soon on Move Well.